Ty_2, Canada's face shows me that he didn't call that play.
How'd you feel about that?
I
I
loved it.
have
I
seen
thought
that
it was
people went
hilarious.
crazy on it, man.
Yeah, I
Did
didn't.
you have an opinion on it? Hard stance one way or the other?
I mean, we hate Canada. I mean, Steeler Nation hates Canada. It's definitely a reach. I mean, Pickens clarified it after the game. I think he said the call that we went out of the huddle with was the one that you saw.
I thought Randy was like audible. That's what they told me I was supposed to believe. That Randy was this super sexy kid. He just said, "F it, we unplug." We unplug the coordinator's cord and all this other stuff. That's what I was
wish
led
that
to
happened.
believe.
For my own entertainment purposes, I do wish that happened. But no, I think everyone reacts in their own ways to certain things, and he might even be thinking about the 2-point conversion. Jay Wright, didn't Villanova, probably a decade ago, dude hit like a game winner from half court. Jay Wright, stone cool face, won the national championship. Didn't celebrate at all. So, yeah, I think everyone does it their own way, and we don't like Canada, so, yeah, I mean, Canada didn't make the call. He sent in a jet sweep, and Kenny said, F it. I'm throwing it to Pickens.
I'm just glad that you communicated that, man. I'm glad.
Yeah, as much as I want Canada to fight, I think that is a stretch right there. I think that one's a stretch.
I guess I just don't be
that
knowing.
Canada's not happy that we scored. Or now Kenny could have made an audible or something at the line of scrimmage.
He said Randy.
But again, I don't. From all the information that's out there, I don't think that was the case. They're saying protection, Pickens.
No. Trey Essex, he said protection. Everybody else, the masses, and even I forgot the blue check verified guy. He was like, "Nah, man, this is Kenny checking the play." That's what he said. So that's why I
do
just
want that to be
the
the case. I don't know.
Yeah.
It seems more like that was the call, and Kenny and Pickens executed it. I mean, it was nice. And for the lack of celebration, again, I think people could celebrate or do things in their own ways, particularly in that type of environment, that high stress of a job. He might have been thinking about the two.
We're professionals, right? And for Matt Canada, he's a professional. There's a very strong possibility that he's, number one, checking to see if there's a flag on the field. And number two, of course, he's getting ready for the 2-point conversion, because what takes place? Let's talk about the mechanics of it, right? What's the play clock? 40 seconds in that ballpark? 40 seconds, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And that's 40 seconds for him to dissect what personnel he wants, what personnel he's anticipating getting from the defense, what call he's anticipating getting from the defense. He also has to identify, okay, do I want the ball in the middle, or am I leaning into a hash one way or the other? Do I want to sprint right, sprint left? I also got to get this communicated to Kenny. Kenny has to communicate this to the huddle. The huddle has to then go out there, break it. And then Kenny has to have time to process this information all within that same 40 seconds, correct? And we are acting as if, because he didn't lose his mind, jump up out the seat, pump his chest, that he wasn't excited. He wasn't happy. Of course he's happy. Of course he's excited. His job's on the line. That's the difference between what we do versus what he does. We don't have real life consequences for what we do. If we show up and we not prepared, if we show up and we bad, nobody's going to fire us. Nobody's going to tell us that we can't provide for our families. But for those dudes, that is the case. So for him, he's locked in. He doing what he's supposed to do. And he dialed up a dope 2-point call. Your boy missed it. Allen Robinson right there in the flat front side. Your boy missed it.
I'll be honest, too. He dropped the touchdown earlier. I think the drive earlier on fourth down.
Like I said, your boy missed it, right? So either way, Matt Canada did what he was supposed to do. The execution just wasn't there once again. But we pointed to him calling the call. That was the shot play. That was the touchdown. Him being locked in and then giving you another very easy play to get your 2-point conversion, back-to-back plays. But that doesn't fit the narrative surrounding Canada, and I get it. But can we at least acknowledge where we supposed to acknowledge it? That's all I be talking about. Today's show is brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbook. You know, the top-rated sportsbook app. And yes, they are consistent. They are reliable. And they're one of them people, man, that when you just talk about, using a platform, using an app that is user-friendly, that is going to do everything that you wanted to do, this is the people that you want to rock with, man. But more importantly, we know we rock with promo codes over here. So if it's your first time using the app, man, download that app. Go ahead, put the promo code MOATS in. So when you put that promo code in, all you got to do is make a minimum of a $5 initial bet, and you will receive up to $200 in draft deposit money, which is essentially free money available to you to utilize on the app to get more potential earnings. All right, it's a dope concept. But we also know that some people be tripping. Y'all know I stay tripping. And when you are tripping, man, you might know someone that has a gambling problem, crisis counseling, or maybe even need referral services. And if that is the case, man, if you're in New York, you see the number to text and dial. But for everybody else, the digits to dial are 1-800-GAMBLER. I said 1-800-GAMBLER.